The Founding Fathers did so much to protect America with its Constitution, a framework to bind and unite us in what scholars and gentlemen called the greatest republic on earth. It was above all a period in rich charisma. And now, JBonte Enterprises has conceived a new mark of T-shirt portraits, the United States of Enlightenment, to celebrate their words of wisdom, an expression of your heritage and political freedoms, an embroidered profusion of famous words woven indelibly into cloth. Proud among them, John Adams, whose fine words of nation-building cut through opposing thickets to make independence a reality. The inventor, Benjamin Franklin, humbly downplaying his seminal role in the discovery of electricity and arguably the cleverest of all the Founding Fathers. Or maybe you preferred to read the words of Abraham Lincoln, the American Colossus and emancipator, a man bravely formed by the hour itself, as if his life had been in preparation for the moment. Perhaps you were drawn to the irresistible Alexander Hamilton, who rallied so many against imperious tyranny, and whose personality was as rare as a flash of lightning. Or the fabled Tom Paine, whose words of moral emancipation simply caught the breath. Carry the bedrock words of Thomas Jefferson, who believed above all in order, as illuminated in his Declaration of Independence, was the center of his universe, and in measure represented all that is America. The secret weapon that is the charismatic James Madison, the man who would unite all of America's squabbling factions and whose words animated the Constitution and finally brought it to life. Or maybe the great Stoic orator Frederick Douglass. No words were better calculated in the American mind than those of the granite-jawed Douglass, with authentic meaning for many Americans today and more tear-inducing than most. Or finally, George Washington, a man on which more ink has been spent than perhaps any other American. Our great ancestors were unbound in their vision for America. Scholars and gentlemen whose combined wisdom seemed to respect the cosmos and revolutionize the spirit, their great invocations embroidered and kept immortal. Support their elevation here in this fundraiser, and project the force of these deeply American principles to reignite their memory. There is something innate in being American, and its best words can now be worn. Support us today as we seek to dispel tyrannies and celebrate our continued emancipation and freedoms. Befriend the words that cannot be bettered.